What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 183 of Park to Prem here with Town. I'm very upset, everyone. I'm very, very upset. You can see it on screen. Do I need to mention it? I do. That's what these episodes entail, Jack. We've lost everyone. For the first time in 63 matches, we lose a Premier League fixture. We were going on for 2 calendar years, and, well... It was just one of those games in Football Manager. One of those games that I've been anticipating forever. Sven Brand made his debut in the game and we lost it. And I do have to question, is he bad luck? Is that what I get for rotating our team around? Quite possibly. Yeah, it's over. We've played 3 games since we were last here. We'll talk about the Coventry game in a little bit more detail shortly. Today we've got a live com doubleheader. We're going to be doing the game against Bayern Munich. We've then got an international break to saw through, and we're going to come back for a game against Manchester United, whom, well, they've still won every game this season, so they're now top and we're now second. Yeah, that game today is going to be pretty blooming huge, you'd imagine, with how the league's playing out at the moment. Anyway, since we were last here, we have played 3 matches in all competitions, 2 in the Premier League, 1 in the EFL Cup. The good news is, stuff started off quite well as we took on Southampton at home. A very, very convincing performance. A semi-rotated team for this game, which was evident by some of the goal scorers, but great to see Claudio Cancina grab a brace in this game. He got off to a good little start and added a second in the second half. Andre also getting a goal from the penalty spot. And Alex Boyo playing at right wing back for us. He's finally ascended. He's finally learnt how to play it. Getting in on the goal-scoring action as well. At 20 years old, high expectations for him. It is his first ever Premier League goal for Town, and, well, one to remember, I suppose. It wasn't a bad finish by any means. And, well, from one win to another one, and the game which I thought was perhaps going to be the most tricky in this run of fixtures, it was the EFL Cup against Manchester City. A 2-0 win away from home is what we got. Both goals coming very late on in this game. The first was from Claudio Holman, a corner not fully dealt with, and he hammered it in from range. And then in the dying moments of the game, as they overcommitted men forward, Mike Frost was lurking in at the back post. Ball whipped into him, and he nodded it goalwards. And, well, 2 wins in 2, and, well, we only had Coventry next, you know. That Coventry team, our former affiliate, the team predicted to finish bottom of the league. A team whom, you know, I wasn't expecting too much trouble from, although they are in 8th, to be fair to them. And at home against them, they beat us 1-0. Yeah, watch the highlight. I say the highlight. There was 1 goal. It was 1 highlight. It was just one of those games. I know it's kind of easy to just dismiss it as that. We just had so many chances, so many opportunities, and we just couldn't find a way through. It happens. I mean, we rotated the team quite a bit, but I don't think that really contributed a great deal. If the defeat wasn't a big enough kind of sucker punch, the biggest sucker punch of all is the fact that man of the match was Igorit Jimenez, who is a player who we sold to Coventry this summer for £30 million. I was delighted with that sale. He's been absolutely awful for them to start this year. And of course, he turned into an absolute god when he came to play us. So, yeah, the run is over. The run is over. I'm a little upset about it, but I mean, it had to end at some point. We've done an unbeaten season already. It was always going to be a little bit challenging to do it twice in a row / probably impossible. I think the biggest sucker punch, really, and the biggest disappointment is the fact it's a 1-0 defeat. It's how you imagine this kind of run's going to go. It's not going to be lost to a Manchester United or a Manchester City. It's a team who are predicted to finish bottom, are overperforming and take the one chance that comes their way. So you can see here, looking at the league table, everyone has now played 11 games. We're quickly approaching a third of the way through the season. We are 3 points behind Manchester United. Our goal difference is significantly better. As I've already said, we've got them to take on very shortly. But first, we shift attention over to the Champions League, where we're going to be playing Bayern Munich. A win here would all but guarantee us top spot in the group, which would be absolutely huge in terms of giving us a slightly easier run in, through the knockout stages, I suppose, theoretically. Doesn't always work out that way, as we found out in previous years. In fact, you can see here, you've got the likes of Liverpool down in second right now. I noticed Borussia Dortmund down in second behind Lyon. It's anyone's game, really. The thing with the Champions League is you've got to beat all the best teams anyway. And really, I need to use these group stage games as a good chance for us to find our groove against the big teams. And, well, we did it previously against Bayern Munich, and I'm going to hope that we can do it again here in the first game. It's a big moment for us. It's a big game. In terms of team selection, well, the good news is because we rotated the team against Coventry, we go into this game ready and refreshed. I need to see some revenge. I need to see something huge from us today. It is very much our full-strength team. That does include Smoljo, who has had a very good start to his time at the club. His average ratings have been very, very good. And even if the average ratings haven't, reflected how great he's been, he's made a hell of a lot of important saves. And even against Bayern Munich, last time we met them, he was a very, very important player for us there. The rest of the team know what you've come to expect. Of course, Gautier playing against his former club. We will have to see how he can do. And, well, I'm hoping for a schooling, for a lesson being taught by the likes of Shvetsov, Norman and Frost in the final third. Hopefully they are going to be able to do absolute bits for us today. A win here isn't 100% guaranteed to, guarantee us a spot in the next round, but it would almost guarantee it. It's pending on the other game in the group as to whether or not it guarantees it just yet. If Fenerbahce beat Zenit, it would be enough for us, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, let's close this table. We don't need to worry about that. What we need to worry about is what is going on the pitch here. And, well, hopefully we're getting off to a good start. I'm looking for some revenge. I want to, basically use all the annoyance that I have from the game against Coventry to get a win against a team who really should be significantly more difficult to beat, especially away from home. But our record against Bayern Munich is actually rather good head-to-head, although we have lost to them once before in the Champions League. Just in general, when we've met them, we've done quite well. And while we're on the attack here, Frost is through. He's got to score that. Diaz makes a good stop. And, well, I'm just confused, actually. Bayern Munich have one very good goalkeeper. Have they got an injury situation? Why are they playing Diaz in goal when they have Arndt? I don't know. I've seen some weird goalkeeping selections as of late in Football Manager. I don't know if there's something bizarre going on. Maybe I missed something obvious on those two player profiles. But either way, Diaz is in goal for Bayern Munich. He would not be my choice of goalkeeper if I was the Bayern Munich manager, but who am I to judge? I've got 3 first-choice keepers. Anyway, Mateus Aurelio marauding on forward. Can he add an end product to it? He doesn't need to. His end product is a cross, and it's Norman. To get it across the line, he scored the opener last time we met Bayern Munich. Love that run by Mateus Aurelio, just drifting inside, wins the ball high up the pitch, cruises inside on his right foot, manages to whip the ball in. Norman using all of that agility, all of that pace to get on the end of the cross. Keeper had absolutely no chance. That's the dream start. Even a draw here would be kind of good enough because we won the previous game. I'm thinking mostly about our head-to-head record with Bayern Munich because you'd expect both ourselves and them to win our remaining games. Of course, a win would be the correct way to do it and the way that I would love to do it. Maybe we can get another here. Kaiser. Could we get 2 in the first 11 minutes? It falls to the feet of Frost in the box, and then it falls to Norman for a second. He's on for a hat-trick after 11 minutes, folks. Bayern Munich with a mountain to climb, says the commentator. I'll tell you what, it's a difficult mountain. You could argue it's more difficult than... I don't want to say Mount Everest, because that's the most difficult mountain, but a mountain that isn't Mount Everest. Mount Fuji. I don't know where I've got that from. Right, Norman, you're on for a very quick hat-trick here. No pressure, but I'm looking for you at the back post to turn it in goalwards. Holman's there. Norman, I mean, he's given it very unselfishly to Frost. And after 15 minutes, I'm now sat scratching my head thinking, what the hell happened against Coventry? What the hell happened against Coventry? When we play at our best, this is how well we can play. I suppose I have got to remind myself, this isn't the same team that played the game against Coventry because we rotated the team. But nevertheless, what an insane performance here. This bodes really well, I feel like, for our longer-term Champions League ambitions this season. Would love a few away performances like this when it comes to the knockout stages, boys. Don't use all your batteries now in this game here. Save a little bit in the tank for, well, the start of next year. I suppose you've got a little while to recharge, but even so, I don't want to use up all our good luck here. Oh, my word. What is happening? The ball is cleared. That'll do. That was a mad sequence of events. Smoljo made a save or two, I think. Oh, my word. I mean, 3-0 up, I'm kind of tempted just to relax. I mean, could we super sport them? Could we end up 7-0 up at half-time? Could we go for 15? I mean, the way things are playing out, 11's possible. Let's not get too carried away here, Jack. Let's not get too... I mean, the game is not over yet. As much as I want to gloat and I want to revel in this victory... Not only have we got 65 minutes left of this game and Bayern Munich are good, I've also got to think a little ahead to the Manchester United game. It's a shame that I don't really have much potential. They've scored. Don't panic, everyone. I'm going to readjust in my chair. I'm a little nervous. But as much as I would love to recharge our players' batteries going into that game against Bayern Munich, Manchester United, there's a big international break right before it. So any rotation I do here isn't really going to actually benefit us, because it's just going to benefit the national teams, who will probably overwork our players. I mean, it's 3-1. It should still be comfortable, but there's lots of time left to be played, and we know that this Bayern Munich team are quite good. Let's not be the masters of our own downfall. Let's not give them the ball high up the pitch here. Gautier to Kaiser, back to Cesar. Go right if you want to, or just go all the way back. I suppose that works. Smoljo, in the World Team of the Year for this kind of year just gone, in the goalkeeping position, playing for PSG. Looking for that form to, I guess, translate to his performances here at Town Town. Aurelio down this right-hand side. What are you going to do, Mateus? What are you going to do? He skips past his man. He's not even there. Where's the ball in? Where is it? There it is. Holman underneath it, headed away. Only as far as Kevin Kaiser, though. The pressure is mounting. The temperature is going up. And Frost is there. Did that hit the woodwork or the keeper? I think it hit the woodwork. On the volley. Powerful effort. I don't think the keeper stood much of a chance of stopping it, really, even if it was at his near post. Oh, my word. What are we doing? I mean, Holman has just got sent off in the most ridiculous fashion. Claudio, you absolute wazzock. He's actually an idiot. He's actually an idiot, ladies and gentlemen. What do? I don't really want to take off Frost, but someone's got to give way here. I'll tell you what, we'll bring in Matisic. I'm sorry, Frost, but Norman's on for a hat-trick, so he has to play. Not ideal, though, is probably the most simple way to describe how I feel about this right now. I think we're just going to go to a narrow 4-3-2. It's not actually too dissimilar to what we play normally, but we're going to be a little bit more reserved in the way that we play. I want to keep playing positively if we can. Try and play it out from the back. The big difference here is going to be the fact that, well, we're playing with 2 strikers now instead of 3. And obviously with our normal system, the 2 wider strikers who are on false 9 will drop into space. We're going to be looking for a few big link-up passes, you imagine, from the midfield into that final third towards the strikers here. But, I mean, suddenly 3-0 doesn't look all that comfortable, and there could be a very big bottle on the cards. And if they score before half-time to make it 3-2, I will start to panic. I may scream. They've headed it over the bar, so I suppose that's a little bit of a let-off for us there. But 3-0 up after 15 minutes to 3-1 at half-time. And you'd have to say there's now a little bit of a question mark over us as to, can we hold on here? I mean, I feel like we have the personnel to do it, but it is going to be a case of holding on. I don't really want to go defensive either, because we are having a decent amount of possession here. I feel like any bid to go more defensive is just going to see us surrendering possession and giving them more opportunities to score. I'd rather try and get as many men behind, well, not behind the ball as we can, but as many men on the ball as we can. Hold on to the ball even if it is in our own half and there isn't that penetrative pass up the field. And to be fair, it seems to be working for us. Got a few subs that we can make. I'm going to take off Gautier for Alex Boyo. And I think with our last sub, we're going to take off Shvetsov for Cancina. Give the young Argentine a run out. I say young. How old are you now, Cancina? I mean, 23 is still young, right? He's only just turned 23. Also, how ridiculous is he? Look how ridiculous. It's not fair. It's just not fair how good Claudio Cancina is sitting on the bench. But, I mean, it's a testament to the strength of our squad, really. Anyway, the Norman hat-trick dream seems to be fading unless he can do something magical here. We are on the attack. Vincent. Only really 2 players to aim for in the middle, and in the end he aims for neither. Doesn't even take fire. Now we need to worry. 7 minutes left. The ball to be played squared. Potentially it is squared. Hops there. It's blocked. He hits it against Smoljo. Tips onto the crossbar. And that might be offside. I think it is. That is a huge save by Smoljo. Oh my word. Savour it. Drink it in. Tipping it onto the crossbar there in dramatic fashion. And that is going to be all she wrote. We will take that win to the bank and back. A fantastic start really set us up right. And, well, despite Holman's best efforts to sabotage our efforts completely, we do ultimately run out victors, which is what you want to see at the end of the day. I love it, boys. Absolutely love it. And we're through to the first knockout round because of the other game. I think, actually, it might just be to do with our head-to-head now I think about it, Bayern Munich. You can see here, we are guaranteed a spot through. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And we're guaranteed top spot as well. So we will play a rotated team, I imagine, in our last 2 European games. So a chance for us to rotate the team and focus, I suppose, a little on the league. We are also in the EFL Cup, where we've now reached the quarter-final, which isn't a small achievement by any means. So we've got to have one eye on that competition as well, I suppose. But anyway, we've got one game between now and the next match. It's against Manchester United. It's after an international break. I'm going to go away, make a cuppa, play some FM, and I'll join you guys for the second match. Let's do this. Okay guys, so we are back here for the second game of today's episode against Manchester United, hoping that we can turn around this league table and end today as top dog. A win would do that for us. Our goal difference is so much better. Interestingly enough, you can see here Manchester United with a few injuries, including Sekure, who was a player who we were looking at. I had a few comments asking why I didn't end up signing this guy. I did look to pick him up for £200 million, which is a ridiculous sum of money, but we had the money to do so. They rejected it, so that was me done. And then immediately afterwards, he got a super long-term injury, and now I'm a little bit scared to touch him again and try and sign him because I don't want to spend £200 million on a player who's just got injured with a pretty significant injury that could, be a recurring thing. But anyway, that's United. Since we were last here, we played one game. It was against Bournemouth, a team whom, away from home, we should be beating. They're 19th in the league. I say we should be beating them with the caveat that we lost to the only team predicted to finish below them in the league. But in this game, a 4-0 win. Rabiot, their manager, he was left in tears, the Frenchman. Just some really nice play here across the board. Holman with the first goal, then Shvetsov with a hat-trick in the second half. Channeling a little bit of our inner Manchester United in real life, getting a load of penalties, scoring a load of penalties. It's what we do. The way that we dominate games, the way in which we have possession in the final third leads to these. And in this game, Shvetsov got 2 from the penalty spot to get himself a hat-trick. And you can see here he's now up to 248 league goals at Town Town, close to a quarter of 1,000, which is pretty good achievement if you ask me. Little bit of news, Shvetsov has retired. I may use that as a clickbait title. Shvetsov's retired, ? But if we just have a quick look here, he's ended his international career. So sorry Russia, but he wants to keep playing for us. Now, it's kind of a bit crazy because he's only just turned 28. A couple of months ago now, but 93 goals in 90 games. I mean, if you're going to retire at a relatively young age, I suppose with a goal-scoring record like that, isn't a bad time to go out. But yeah, what an incredible career he has had at national team level. And I feel like that form at national team level kind of shows that what he does for us isn't a fluke. It's not a fact of that, we have all these insane players around him who are carrying him to doing really well. I know a lot of people look at him compared to other strikers and just, don't rate him as highly. But actually, when you look at him as an advanced forward, besides his work rate, he's got 14s and above in absolutely everything. And there are so many that are in, the 17s, the 19s in the case of composure. He kind of just has attributes in all the right areas for a striker, especially one who's going to be leading the line. And even if he isn't, the most super well-rounded player in the world, what he does exceptionally well. And well, we're going to hope he can do more of that for us today. He's got 15 league goals for the season in 10 starts and 2 sub appearances. Yeah, can you get a few more today, please, Andre? We are at home for this game, which I think does make us the favourites. In terms of team news, we are going with the full-strength team, the squad that you have come to know and love. Schumacher and Smoljo and Gauthier, of course, coming into that squad this year. And to be honest, all 3 of them have settled in pretty well so far. I've been very impressed by Schumacher's contributions. What an insane defender this man is. Just absolutely nutty physicals. His technicals aren't too bad either when it comes to his marking and tackling. He's been absolutely top draw for us. Anyway, you can see the Manchester United team here. Worth noting, they picked up Jude Bellingham not that long ago from Real Madrid. I think it was Real Madrid. Was it Real Madrid? No, it was PSG who released him. You can see he's joined them on a free transfer. He's not really shined in his first 3 games, but he's going to be playing alongside Mejbri. 2 real players, the last 2 real players, I think you were probably left playing regular Premier League football, to be fair. Up front for them, they've got Wade. You may recognise Villa. He was a player who was playing at once upon a time for Newcastle United, and we looked to sign him when they got relegated. I think I turned down the option to sign him for 40 million. I'll let you guys decide if that was a mistake or not. He's a good player. I feel like we've got players who are not too far off his quality, and in many cases are just that little bit better. But anyway, that's their team. Alvin John back in goal. Wolf is playing centre-back for them. Come on, boys, let's get a result here. Let's go back to the top of the Premier League. Manchester United have not lost in their opening 11 or 12 games of the league season, but we're going to try and provide them some stiff opposition here. And well, with the exception of the Coventry game, we've looked pretty unstoppable. Manchester United have the best defence in the league. They don't concede very many. So that's kind of the task at hand, is to get a goal in this game. They don't score anywhere near as many as us. So it's kind of defence versus attack here. And well, we're on the attack, bringing the ball forward. Vincent applying pressure, although Manchester United able to deal with it, and now they might look to spring a counter-attack here with Jude Bellingham in the middle, launches it forward to Wade. He's going to be through. Can Schumacher get back? He can't, but Smoljo is there to stand tall and to stand firm and to deny Manchester United what really should have been the opening goal of the game after just 2 minutes. Looking to hit us on the break, it would seem, and well, he comes for the second ball as well, does Smoljo. He's absolutely everywhere. Early on, we're going to need a good performance from him and a better performance across the board here. Anyway, set piece, Kaiser whips it back post. Schumacher heads over, a golden opportunity for him to find the back of the net there. Unfortunately, it has been squandered by the lanky German. I say lank, is he actually tall? How tall are you, Elias? You're quite tall. He's quite, I don't know if he's lanky. I mean, he's quite beefy and he's very good physically, but he's not too bad, is he? Anyway, corner dealt with initially here. I always feel like we have a really good chance from corners. Shvetsov at the near post for them is usually the primary target, and with his insane physicals, he just seems to get on the end of absolutely everything. Has that attacking instinct as well, which I think is useful. Of course, Mr. Dessa playing for Manchester United. I feel like if I don't acknowledge him playing for them, it will be brought up. But yeah, he's playing right back for us. Maybe Agent Dessa can, be nice to us and stuff and maybe help us out here. Anyway, they move the ball over nicely to this far side. We now need to transition as a team, and while we're going to do that, and Gautier wins the ball. Now with Holman, he's got a man over on his left. That's going to be Vincent. He may well look to go on his own here. In fact, tries to dink it inside. A little ambitious. Probably should have just played the simple pass, but I'm not going to criticise Holman, as Vincent will now get it in the wide area. Shvetsov, glancing header at the near post for goal number 21. He wheels away in celebration in front of the gazebo. I mean, that gazebo has seen some absolutely cracking games over the years, hasn't it? Absolute crackers. And while this, not a bad game so far. What a lovely little header that is by Shvetsov. Right down into the bottom corner. Alvin John, absolutely no chance. Vincent is pretending to be a chicken. We're having a great time. United, though, going to look to respond immediately. Jude Bellingham, he might be slightly older, but that isn't going to stop him from, stretching his legs and getting on the attack. Although Frost now, with lots of grass ahead of him and the pace perhaps to go on his lonesome, skips past one, whips in the ball. Villa heads it clear, but Vincent, one assist under his belt already, looking to exploit the area in the wide spaces, puts it into Holman, blocked away. Shvetsov with a great chance. It may not be over here. I feel like that was the opportunity, though. The effort on goal by Shvetsov blocked in the end by the Manchester United defence. I think more by luck than by design. Kind of just was stood in the right place and had the ball whacked at them. Anyway, 10 minutes before half-time, we're a goal up. We're looking decent so far, but United, whilst they've not created a lot, have the capabilities to just catch us out, and that's what they're going to try and do until Cesar just completely shuts it down. And now Holman forward to Shvetsov, superb first touch, breaking through, managed to get an effort away under pressure, actually straight into the side netting. I was half expecting a corner to be given then, but Shvetsov just fluffing his lines, just scuffing the ball. And at half-time, 1-0, we probably deserved the lead. You can see Kaiser with a 93% pass completion. He's absolutely loving it. And to be fair, if you were just to look at the stats, they had that one chance right at the very start of the game. Since then, they've not had a shot on target until the start of the second half. And the ball is whipped in, and Piazzotto is going to head it goalwards and find the back of the net. Yeah, that's we'll call that the curse of the commentator, I suppose. Tocco whipping the ball in, a header. Smoljo got half a hand to it. It was a very difficult stop for him to make. Just not picking up our men at the back post. And well, from one set piece to another, can we reply? Kaiser, Shvetsov unable to get on the end of that one, although it might still be able to find its way into the box at the second time of asking. Elias Schumacher goes back to Gautier. The two former Bundesliga players signed this year, linking up very nicely. And well, we've gone all the way back to Vincent. Can we now look to get forward, perhaps? Gautier, options on the right and to the left, to be fair. Patiently just knocking the ball around, waiting for an opportunity. Nice passing play here. Can we have an end product? Someone count the passes. If there's a goal at the end of this, I'm going to be very, very happy, because so far it's been really nice football. Cesar just finds some space to run into. Now to Holman. Vincent's there. Options lining up in the middle. Can he pull it across? He can. Frost is there. What a lovely goal. What a lovely goal. That patient, probing play. Just allowing Manchester United to press up, creating some space for us to attack into, some space for the midfield to explore. Really nice run by Cesar, actually, at centre-back there, just penetrating through. Ball found its way to Vincent. And what a lovely ball in by him for assist number 2. Alvin John, not sure what he was trying to do in goal, but 3 minutes after conceding, we score to go 2-1 up. And United, well, they're on the ropes a little bit with an hour gone here. We've looked very, very good indeed. I think I'm going to haul off Gautier here, bring in Matasevic. Aurelio's not the craziest of games. So let's bring Alex Boyo in as well at right wing back. Definitely got, the options to really mix things up now, which I appreciate with our team. The fact we can have players like Matasevic and Boyo coming up right back and centre mid, 2 players who would pretty much walk into any other Premier League starting lineup, is not a bad option to have. And well, the United unbeaten run is at risk, as is their 100% record here, as Matasevic looks to place it away, falls to Frost. Can he get it in? He can't. The keeper makes a save. The defender hacks it clear. United still in this game for as long as it remains 1 goal. The margin, but unfortunately for them, time is trickling away, and well, fortunately for us, there's only 4 minutes of added time left. Let's bring in Dylan Turnbull with one last little change, but this looks like it's our day to celebrate. A dominant display. It probably could have and should have been a few more. A lovely, lovely goal was the difference maker. Vincent, my friend, you are absolutely insane. I've clicked on the wrong option there. We'll find him here. Vincent, just look at him. Just look at him. What an insane performance. He had 1 assist before this league game. He's gone and doubled his tally for the season. Well, more than doubled it. He's tripled it, technically, because he's now up to 3 from 1. But yeah, what a lovely performance by him. And with that, we go top of the Premier League. We annihilate Manchester United's unbeaten run. Our goal difference is so much better. And, well, we have got a challenging month or so ahead in terms of fixtures, but I still feel like we should be running away with this league. I don't believe that Manchester United can continue to do what they've been doing against us. I feel like it's a little unsustainable. Whether or not that's actually the case, I suppose we are going to find out as time progresses. But you can see for us, in terms of upcoming games, a couple of Champions League games, we know that they are in the bag in terms of we know we're top of our group. So we don't have to worry about them so much. In terms of when we'll be back, we may come back for a Chelsea-Arsenal doubleheader. Man City are down in 10th this year, so they really don't feel like that bigger a threat. And I do enjoy the doubleheaders. I feel like potentially we do the Chelsea and Arsenal game, and then realistically, we could end up going a long, long way into the future without worrying about what's next. Although we could potentially have the EFL Cup semi-finals. I don't know. Let me know what you guys would like to see, but I think maybe a double header of those 2 league games, Chelsea and Arsenal. If we can come through those 2 unbeaten, we should be in a really, really good spot for the second half of the year. I am aware that we've got Man City, also the EFL Cup quarter-final. I don't feel like we care about the EFL Cup. Don't get me wrong, great competition, lovely to be in it. We've won it 3 times. It's nothing new for us. It's almost an expectation that we'll beat Liverpool in that one, whereas I feel like the league right now is the priority until, well, we know our Champions League fate in terms of who we'll find out we're playing in the knockout stages. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching as always. If you have enjoyed today's episode, do drop a like on it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Let me know what games you would like to see. And other than that, it's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.